there, viewers, and welcome back to the Self-Made Auto channel. So we're sitting inside the 2005 Dodge Neon. We did get a used computer from the junkyard, and I've stuck it in under the hood, plugged it in. Don't have it mounted to the bracket or anything yet. We've got the DRB here. We're getting this baby fired up. We will check real quick to see if it can talk to the ECM, which I believe it can. I turned the key on. I did hear the fuel pump turn on, so that's a good sign. So we'll let it sit here. Now this is a used ECM, so it will not have the correct VIN number in it. But we can see here that it does communicate, so we'll go in here. It shows the hardware that we have. And then we should be able to go, let's say for example, and just be able to read codes out of it now. Well, prior we couldn't do this, if you guys remember correctly. Of course we have a code where we got throttle position. That's because we have it unplugged. And then we should have a skim code here. Let her catch up. Yep, and then a skim code. So we'll back out of this. We'll go back to the beginning here. No, do not erase. Back up. Can you guys see that okay? Hopefully you can. I know it's kind of loud. We are going to go down to theft alarm, right? Number 7, and then ours is a skim. So we'll enter. I've got our PIN number that we should need. Hopefully it's showing up okay for you. And then we're going to do a PCM replace. This is going to kind of make the skim module, the security, and the PCM shake hands and agree not to fight. And hopefully our red light on our dash goes out and everything will be okay. Alright. There's skim information. Okay. And I believe we're going to go down to miscellaneous. And then we have PCM replaced. This function to be used. PCM controller has been replaced. If so, the engine will start and stall. Hit enter. Enter PIN. Contact dealer select.com. Tab the key code to obtain the PIN number. Okay. Oops. Our PIN number is 7055. Press enter. Is this PIN correct? It is. Am I sure? Absolutely. PIN correct for this skim. Press enter to continue. And this, I believe this will transfer the VIN. Let's make sure. Let's see what VIN number we have here. Let me find. See if we got something in the glove box here with a VIN on it. And we do. Look at that. Got an old inspection paper in here. Let's see. Present PCM VIN. PCM replace, present VIN. Press enter to update. That is the VIN that is in the ECM. That is not the VIN to this car. So we're going to hit enter. And it should update it with the correct VIN. VIN transfer complete. Press enter. Press enter to transfer secret ski from skim to PIN, or from skim to PCM. So we'll hit enter there. Data transfer complete. Press enter to continue. Cycle the ignition key before starting. So we're going to shut the key off. Turn it back on. Our red light should go out, and it does. Yeehaw! Now what I want to do, we want to take them back out. We're going to go back up to engine. We're going to see if we can read the VIN. Let's see, what do we want? Module display. I don't use the DRB enough to be familiar with it. I thought maybe it would give us the VIN there. Let's see, where might it be? We'll go on next page. Miscellaneous maybe. Check VIN, there we go. VIN validated, and 85202, 85202. That is our VIN. Fantastic. So the VIN in the ECM matches. The VIN in the skim is obviously good. Our security light is out, so if we throw a few more kibbles and bits back on this thing, we should be able to fire it up. Back Okay, let's shut the old Nintendo down. I don't know about this New York weather. It's like 80 out yesterday. Today it's like 40 and the wind's freaking cranking. I threw the air box back in it. Excuse me, I didn't hook up the throttle cable or anything. Plugged in the idle air control and throttle position. So it should start, but the engine light's going to be on because we're going to have a code in it. No Neon lives to die another day. Oh man, that makes it look like it's vibrating like crazy. There, that's a little better. Had you guys in the cup holder. So the engine light's on. Like I say, the throttle cable's not hooked up or anything, but at least now I can kind of idle it inside and see what kind of parts and pieces we're going to need to put this thing back together the right way, because everything is busted. So we'll see what the customer wants to do. I was able to idle it inside. I'm just going to pull this business back out of here. I'm going to have to see what all we're going to need. There. Set that back to the side. Yeah, I was pretty happy to find a used ECM actually in New York that wasn't crusted out. It worked out good because I had a salvage yard coming down today to drop off a subframe for a Chevy Equinox. So they brought this ECM, so I got to get the old one out, get this one all mounted and whatnot. Like I say, see what this fellow wants to do from this point forward. There. So we'll leave it at that, folks. I know you guys said you wanted to see the follow-up on this one and perhaps a follow-up on that Jeep I did. I'm waiting for the guy to get the ECM for that one. In case you haven't seen that video, look down in the description box. You'll see it there. Pretty short video, just like this Neon had. No communications, power is ground, ability to communicate, make sure the 5-volt reference isn't shorted, and call it. You can do this procedure with the Altel. You can go into the skim, you can go into PCM replace. You still need the PIN number. In order to obtain the PIN number, you need one of two things, either a friend at the Chrysler dealership or your LSID through an ASTF. How's that for acronyms? Your locksmith ID. Then you can go on to Mopar key codes. It's going to cost you, I think, $30 or $35 to get the PIN number after you have your locksmith ID license. So that's how that works if you're looking to obtain a PIN. Now there are aftermarket tools out there in the $300–400 price range, I think they are, maybe less, that you can plug into the data link connector and you can actually extract the PIN and VIN number from the skim module or from the wireless control module on certain Chryslers. So there's always ways around stuff. It just depends on what you got, to work with. And I suppose that's it. I'm going to keep moving. Got things to do. Go down there, click subscribe, bring your comments. How about you leave your comments and ring the bell? Find us around with socials, Patreon, all that business. And just remember, viewers, if I can do it, you can do it. Thanks for watching.